Welcome, welcome on our MSQ Adventures. So, disclaimer. I said this earlier, but there's no way we're finishing before Control comes out. So what my plan is I'm gonna continue doing this as far as I can, and then I'll be back on. And I can replay Dawn Trail again, just so the character doesn't pop midway, and I'll continue doing this after. Come, we must tell the others of this airship. Hear what they know of it. What I will try to do is try to get in the Stormblood, and then before we start Shadowbringers, I'll just stop there. That way we're not. We'll try our best. Contrail's in a week.
What happened? Are the villagers all right?
We freed them, along with many others. Kosetsu, we spied an airship bound for the castle. Know you aught of it?
Aye, that we do. The Crown Prince is come to Doma.
We suspect this is a result of recent events in Girabania. Our defeat notwithstanding, there appears to be some concern in Garlemald that subversive elements may be rallying in other provinces. Though Yotsuyu governs Doma, Xenos remains the province's anointed viceroy, and it would seem he has come to assess the current situation in person.
If Xenos is here, we must seize this opportunity and kill him.
Would that it were so simple, Lady Yugiri. You may recall that we encountered Xenos at Rolga's Reach. We have seen firsthand what he can do. His power defies explanation. He faced the Alliance, the Resistance, and the Scions, and he defeated us all. We survived and learned from the experience, it is true. But if we are to defeat him, it will not be through simple opportunism. We will require a flawless plan.
We know his strengths. A prodigious swordsman trained from childhood by the finest Imperial tutors, reputed to be without equal on the battlefield, which is why we must not meet him there. Nay, we keep to the shadows, the domain of the shinobi, and thence we strike. You need only give me the chance.
Were this but a matter of personal revenge, I would not presume to bar your path, for I myself crave that same vengeance. But to draw steel against the Emperor's son is a grave decision, and one that will shape our nation's future. Do not forget Lord Hien's words.
What, that we should sheathe our swords if the people lack the will to fight? I will not squander this opportunity. If we do naught, our master's life is forfeit.
Even should you succeed, Xenos' death will not win Doma her freedom. More likely, her doom. Can we defend our people against the Empire's retribution? We few against a legion? Do not be a fool, child!
Mayhap I am a fool with foolish dreams of a future that will never be. But I cannot, I will not forsake them!
Yugiri, wait!
What now?
We need to go follow her. What else? I will not pursue her. It is for her to think on our master's words and recognize the futility of them. Those, at least, are my thoughts upon the matter. Yours may be different. Did you wish to give chase, I will not bar the path. We each have but one life. It is not to be spent recklessly in pursuit of our goal. I pray she realizes this. So, Altazu. Good one. He's alright. Did Gosetsu send you to stop me? Quite the opposite. And you came of your own free will. I should be surprised if he agreed with my chosen course. No one else did. But it's not as fanciful as they would have you believe. Scant moments ago, I received the Crown Princess itinerary from one of our spies in the castle. It seemed that Xenos has no desire to remain Doma any longer than necessary. He wishes to inspect the moon gates this very eve. His impatience is to our advantage. He arrived without warning and gave Yotsu no time to prepare. The whole castle is in a state of upheaval. To avoid any delay, he had declined a full escort, and we traveled with no more than a handful of soldiers. The Kami could not have blessed us with a more auspicious circumstances. I will kill him, Hikaru. I will. He will. Or die trying. We understand the risks. Forgive me. Of course you do. Mayhap better than I. But are you sure? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot well express what this means to me. We have much to discuss, but we can do so on the way. Yazuka Manor is some distance from here. Must hurry. Stay calm. No one knows you were here. No one knows you saw anything. No one knows you heard two rebels plotting to kill the Crown Prince. Ah, stupid, stupid, stupid. You know how this ends. And they only have themselves to blame. You have to tell them. You have to. Oh, forget. Guess what about the forget? If I can or not. I think I can. Whoa. I always forget the Lupin art expansion. I feel like we came to Doma. Oh, right. It does exist. Oh. Because usually the beast traps are more involved. I remember them more. Like the Namazu. In fact, this is the Namazu beast trap location. Wait, no. It's in sorry. Up here. This is far enough. Let's discuss our plan of attack. Xenos' itinerary is as follows. He will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the Moon Gate. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vessel to pass. He will then continue on to these very docks, where he and his entourage will be embarked. As you can see, this area is not ideal for an ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let's split up and search for suitable hiding places. Right, man. Stay for me. Yes, they are. No matter how much I've done it. Let me find either. Course are you taking even have essays anyway? What course are you taking even have essays anyway? Ew. English. Disgusting. Okay. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be ideal for the heck is EWRT1? Ah, there you are. No, Amy. From the roof we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Xenos arrives. Oh, English writing. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. His escort is of no consequence, which means that we will have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nevertheless, he is not to be underestimated. I don't think I've ever done English. Not in university. All that remains is to wait. Trust that you are ready. Kinda like assumed you got it right at that level. Not really.
He comes.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest. Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark, or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kayed! For Doma!
Ah!
You poke him in the ass or something? How do you fall over?
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound. Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
I'm really walking up to poke him.
This day you die! Leave this to me.
Is he just standing there? Hello? He broke it? What? So he just stood there the whole time just to take a ninja obi? Wow.
Let us put you to the proof.
No, I must fight on. I must.
Run, beast, run! Give me something to remember.
That almost one-shot me. Oh, damage.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life. Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds, live. For the sole pleasure left to me in this empty, ephemeral world, live! You are not worthy.
Get away from them, you Imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are! Go, now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri.
Aye.
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them!
lord.
I don't think we were followed. Gods, I have no idea what was going through that man's head, but I'm hardly glad he decided to leave. Oh, and don't thank us. Thank Alphino. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yukiri's plan, and how you, of all people, had decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As were you. I was rather composed, as I recall, but that is neither here nor there.
Aka!
10 years. Thank you, Nathan, for sub though. 15-month sub. Thank you. 10 years. High school been 10 years? I want to be here. At least graduation. I always forget when we graduated. What a year did we fucking have? Almost 9 years ago today, according to Facebook memories. Okay, so it's going to be 10 years soon. We're old. Oh. Man. Man. Can you believe it? If we face the Crown Prince himself and live to tell the tale. You have no idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armors and... But we're not going to stop until we've taken back our homeland. Alright, getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to tend to first. We should get back to the village. Yeah. We're extremely old. You know what really done me in though? Recently? Of how old we are? It was when... It's a marriage, honestly. On an Anton gang engaged. We are at that age, huh? I'm just like sitting there like, wow. Old. Very old. That was like the real, like, reality hit I had. Was when that happened. Heck, is this Aether Current? Northeast. Oh. It's probably on top of that cliff up there. Yeah, it's coming on 7 days. I will have to pause my ults when that happens. And then get through finish on my main first. Do it on my main and then actually level the jobs, I think. And then worry about ult afterwards. It's okay. My friends will have to wait. Or just deal with one chest until I can get the ult up. Although I don't know if they can clear that quick anyways, so it might give me more leeway. We'll see. Yeah, it's in 7 days. I'll do that when it comes out. Since I pre-ordered, I have early access to the new expansion. I'm more excited to see the graphical change, honestly. I guess that trailers of it look a lot better, but I don't want to see everywhere. That's all for Aether Currents. How are you feeling? After finding that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I had to apologize to you, or, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi too. I mean, there's a fair bit of voice acting, but cinematics, like trailers that they do, they're not gonna do that. Too much work. Because it's not within the
How are
engine.
you feeling, my lady?
Like, this is all within the engine. That's why they can do it this way. But the trailers they do to show new expansions is not within the engine. So it would not be that way. That's a 16, really. Or I guess, trying to Final Fantasy.
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
I think this is a problem from old MMOs, though. Both WoW and 14 has that issue, right? It's not like Lost Ark, where Lost Ark has a more sophisticated engine. You know what their engine is? Unreal. Check. I believe it's Unreal 5. What's Unreal 3? Regardless, Unreal is a more sophisticated engine.
Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
And they're able to do more better looking cutscenes.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Yeah, but I think that requires too much integration. Because if you think about it, you have to use a different engine for the movies, for the cutscenes I make,
Gosetsu,
for the
Mistress
trailers,
Alize,
and
I owe
then
you an
integrate into the
apology.
game, and then
I
it's a lot
acted
of
with
loading.
reckless
If you
disregard
think
for
about
my
it.
own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing.
The best we'll get. The best we'll get is like new expansion cutscenes or like trailers, I guess.
Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new Primal Slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what.
Cause like I don't think the trailers themselves are very, very bad. Okay? That was this expansion in Walker. I don't think the trailers themselves look that bad. Having the game look like that is fundamentally you'd have to change the engine, which is so much work. You're better off releasing a new game at that point. That's a lot of coding you'd have to redo. A lot. And I don't know if that's
I
feasibly
think she was
possible.
worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him. What?
You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a room.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no less a deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
Off to the Zim step, I guess. Well, after it. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me. And then there's Fardola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. This is all he's ever known. Unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe if I understand that, it'll help me understand a lot of other things. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face. It would be a great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. I will be traveling to the Azim Steppe, Hikaru. I found Lord Hien once before, and I'm confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was to me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver him our people's reply. Out of 8 droid. Oh, it's a twins. The beloved king returns to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd ever hear in Charlene or Ul'dah, is it? Not those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds, no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. As much as this Lord Hien intrigues us, Hikaru, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There is also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kugane. Dealing with this troublesome Aetherite, I could go on. but you understand. Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We should depart for Azim's step at once. You'll be joining us, Hikaru. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front. We refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you better contact us. Noble sacrifices are our last resort. Follow me, my friends. We have many moms to travel before we reach reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. Simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we'll win our freedom. So don't keep us waiting too long. Well, that would explain why I got the food. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Cat.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
Hobbies. Yeah. Because canonically we helped defeat Bahamut because I did a bit of coils. They're talking about us.
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds. They render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope. To make an example of Doma. Such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty, now. Or die with the rest of them.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after her? I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
I will say UCOB is my least favorite ultimate. Found it very boring. Anything I liked about UCOB is answers, plays in it. That's about it.
Aye, this is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are.
My least cleared one? I think same. Let me check.
Yet,
Really say I don't need it twice.
this be the work of the eyes. What choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
I'm fairly certain UCOB's my least cleared. Yeah, 2. Goon Cop, 3 and D-Star, 5 and Top. 16 and over 5 and UCOB is my. If all are ready, let's depart for reunion indeed. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We will need to return to Ruby Sea and head north along the coast past Isari. All I remember from UCOB really is I played Ninja when I cleared that fight, and during Golden, TCJ came up during Exas. I had to do JP dodges during both my clears. I'm not sure for my TCJ, screw that. I'll just dodge X's middle. Wasn't the hardest thing to read though. So it wasn't too much problem. But it was necessary. From here we'll turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we must pass in order to see the map. Lise and Gosetsu have already gone ahead. We should carry on as well. But UCOB felt so boring. Felt like such a slow fight and like barely any personal responsibility. So I felt like too little of a challenge. I'm more fond of challenging fights than I am thematics of a fight I got. Wow, his aim step is far.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless.
You did the dice rotation, I see. That's funny.
A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here.
I see that, I just think about the dice rotation. Fate skills are to the fate. I mean, that is Vision Diagnosis and Prognosis. With Caracol, Duracol, believe that's a dots in there. Yes, they are kind of hard to differentiate. They all look the damn same. No, when Dice, it was a whole drama where he tapped out all his mana during top and I forgot what the first one's called. Delta? Run Dynamis Delta? When there isn't that much. That much healing are needed. Well, yes, you do need to check for spell healing. Mostly on the greens that you have to worry about. Well, while I was doing that fight as a tank, I would just give people Chronums. Give Chronum to one, give Aurora to another, give Aurora to another. And the last green, well, I guess I hate you. I don't know. I don't have anything else to help you. I give you the Zim Step, Hikaru. But I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, the Omens rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it's not much further. Yeah, you just use a little, and it's mostly just to cover the greens. And then after everything is already popped and whatnot, so the monitors resolve and whatnot, people are going to be walking towards half the side of the room anyways. And then you could do a AoE heal so they don't die from near world and far world. Or the tether pops. It did require tapping out 7,000 mana though. That's a bit excessive. I also don't like playing healer much, anywho. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here's where we begin our search for Lord Hien. I like my red classes. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I'd hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Zayla here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of Zayla since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands. And though they do not constitute a nation, there's a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the step with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lise? Why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zayla warriors, who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather is unforgiving. The Zayla found ways to survive, it is true. But they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. Sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion and trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Hikaru, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Buzz, fresh buzz. Your choice of lamb or dough. I'm assuming actually don't know how to pronounce that one. Guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, miss? A doman? Unless another Daskar is keeping him in her yurt, he is not here. More fool her if she took a doman for a husband. But enough about domans, let's speak about buzz instead. You gotta come to Azim's step and not sample this most traditional of delicacy. What fortune ye have to come hither at this time? Freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too. Hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages. If you desire only a snack. A doman? Poor meats they make, domans. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some few days ago. Roasted fish with pumpkins, an exotic foreign delicacy. Cooked to perfection, beloved without a step. Come. You seek domans? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if it were Goro you're looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flocked my stall. I brought you a new brush, my beloved. Though smooth and silky your mane shall be, the envy of every other man. Say again, you're seeking who? Ah, the doman. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a mole girl. But I cannot describe her. I only know she is mole because I heard them talking as they passed. Chat mode and say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase that can ask the Zayla and reunion there of the mole tribe. I'm gonna cheat. I know who it is. Yes, I am Mole. My name is Serena. May I help you? Oh, I see. You're looking for Hien, in that case. How urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsai, will you bite? There's but one bundle left. If not, then... I will, though I had not thought to pay so high a price. It's a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own. Or you will leave with nothing. Please, I must have Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will. Pay me the difference in whisper root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for this kindness. I'm sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without this guy. You want to help me? Is that it? I did not know what to say. Thank you, Carter. Thank you. The lumbering ones must fell wandering the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we shall have enough whisper roots. Return here when you have finished. Good luck. totally new strat. Yeah, totally. Ignore the fact that I've done almost everything in this one. Totally. Look, I have a spot icon on my character. Surely means it's true. Did you hear about the healer shark? I've heard about it. Didn't really make much sense to me. Alright, that's my static. What this is all going on about. I find it silly, personally. Not really job design per se. Fight design, in my opinion. Each expansion, healers have gotten more and more tools to get more healing without using GCDs. Yet the fights don't compensate, I guess, the need for having those extra tools. So of course, healers will feel like they have less and less to do. You have more and more tools to answer for things that don't require that much healing. Aside from the fact that, what? How many mitigations do you guys DPS now? Magic barriers new. Up that with Adel. Dismantle is a new thing. Up that with Tactician. Tanks have their own mitigation. DPS have their own mitigation. Like, there's a lot of things where if the fight design was harsher, then this conversation would be had. Another perspective that my static gave was healers as a role is a role that's plagued by skill disparity. If they make fights too hard, then casual healers will just feel like it's impossible. So now they have a fine line to string upon. And this game has always catered more towards that anyone can complete content, no matter how hardcore they are. They've removed a lot of skill expression in jobs, if you look at DPS especially. So what do we really have? Of course, for higher end people, it's going to be like boring as hell. You know, but the thing is, like, if I'm to speak frankly, even in Ultimates, there's not enough heal check. If there was a heal check in Ultimates, Op would not have been complete without a healer. Think about that. The hardest content in this game can be done without healers. That's an insane notion, if you think about it. That is a fundamental design issue of the fight. Damage is too spaced out to the point where healers aren't required like that. Like, I don't mind if EX is what it is right now. In fact, Barbarecia or whatever, she had more of a heal check than some of the Savage fights in that respective tier that came out when she came out. That's saying a lot. But I don't expect EX to be like a big wall. I don't think it should be. Savage and Ultimate, I have a different perspective. Ultimate especially, I have a different perspective. I do think that those should be designed a lot harsher. And while I think top in terms of difficulty was fine, I think how they designed heal checks was not. The real what heal check you had was what? E3? It was during Final Omega, during Hello World. But even then, a lot of it is just the AoE healing that you need to do for Hello World resolutions. The tanks just tank swap between two towers and use their mitigation space properly. They don't really be looked at too much. Yeah, wave cannon too, I guess. Do you think they need to add heal specific mechanics or heal checks to fight? I don't think heal specific mechanics is needed. I don't want like something like, hey, your HP goes down to 1, because that just gets countered by Macrocosmos with 1/1. If you really think about it. That isn't really interactive. Well, if you recall Barbarisia, she has a lot of just AoE slamming moves randomly in the middle, and then some AoEs, and then TBs, especially during the vortex phase or whatever you want to call it. That requires more spot healing than P5 did with Ruby Carbuncle, because at most that was what you had, that Ruby whatever AoE was called, and just the Howl AoEs, and those just get mitigated and just OGCD healed. And then what? Autos, mechanic that you dodge that doesn't do damage. And it's like, by the time you get hit again, you have your OGCs back. So what's the point? The SRP7 was very interesting. Yes, those do actually have pretty good heal checks, but that also got a lot easier once people figured out how to do 6-on-1. I think when it was still new, people didn't know how to do 6-on-1. I agree. Those were Arkmorns were ridiculously scary. Like when I was first clearing it, 6-on-1 didn't exist as a strat. It was 3-3-2, all 3 Arkmorns, and that was very scary. I mean, people have asked for like cleric stance, stuff like that. I didn't play during Stormblood, so I don't particularly know too much about Stormblood. I know of what they had, like different stances and whatnot, but I didn't play during that time, so I can't really have a distinct perspective on that matter. I just think that this fight designs need to change. They're still designing the fights as if we're in Stormblood, and you don't have enough tools. Like, if for some reason Top and DSR were designed like you had a level 70 kit, that would be extremely difficult for healers. Really difficult. At a point where they actually need to do a lot of GCD casting. But it's not. That's the big problem here. They haven't scaled up with the amount of healing healers have in their tools with the fights. Is my opinion on that fact. Or this matter. Or nor the fact that everyone else has also gone a lot more mitigation. The healing in general needs to be reduced, because we all have something to toss at some sort of mechanic. Maybe this doesn't apply to PF, because I always forget that mitigation anyways, but that's not what the healer strike is really targeted towards anyways. It's weird. I think the vast skill disparity in this game is what's causing a lot of cruxes of this issues as well. And 14 is catering towards more casual bases. We're really looking at it. Go look at Monk, go look at Black Mage. Two of the hardest classes in this game. They are no longer be as complex. Summoner was an extremely complex class in Shadowbringers. You can see a skill difference between rank 50 summoner and a rank 10 summoner. Even within the rank 10s, you could have seen big skill disparity. But now look at it now. Like, job design itself has been getting simpler and simpler and simpler. And they're catering towards that kind of audience. Which I don't really mind, but whatever. I just don't understand the uproar now of all times. Like, where were you the past 2 years? Like, how is this not brought up at the start of Endwalker? That's what really I don't get. Maybe it's because of the content drought that people are doing it now, but like, it does not make sense to me. Like, just pay attention to what's been happening in the last 2 years, and you'll see that this is no big surprise. I don't really get the uproar, personally. Welcome back, Hikaru. Have you brought the Whisper Roots? Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice? It shall, the Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Wu Dagon rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have done for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here, I say guided grandmother, as they guided this woman from the what? I mean, in terms of also job design, Yoshida did say...
How goes the search? Any
What
luck?
was it? 7.2? I believe 7.2, you said they're changing job design again? Well, shield healers have to GCD heal because they need shields. But it's not like they're casting Atlo or Sucker that much either, right? I thought they were looking at 7.2. I remember reading in a interview about 7.2 being a big change as well. Job design. It was bad translation. Comment about the live letter. Okay, I see. Like, I'm gonna look at our P10S, Claire. My Astro did 8 aspected Helioses. 2 aspected Benefics. 10 GCDs. And those aspected Helioses were probably combined with Horoscope. So, how much of that was actually needing to GCD heal? Let me see what my scholar did. Adlo was 4 times. Recitation was also 4 times. So I'm gonna assume that was spread though. And 1 cast of Sucker. Even P10S, where people will say had a lot of healing. There was not really much GCD healing needed. Like, the only reason shield healers allowed to heal is because they have Zoe tied to it, or Recitation, and then Spread Low. It becomes like such a... moment. It's just like... you have so many tools. And it's not just you. Everyone has so many tools that just lower the damage. So it's just like... the need for healing is lower and lower and lower. but the damage doesn't go up or higher in any way. No big drop patch in 7.2. I think it was right in the start. Got it. Holding wings from static since we had enough damage. At that point, you're better off just using LB3. Honestly. You're better off using LB3.
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master.
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please. It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second!
I think our clever used LB3 to recover before that's already. Oh, I see. Surprised she even had time to recover.
Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors?
Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes.
Tennis didn't have much time for you to recover. That was one of the big difficulties of that fight, I guess. There's a lot of body check mechanics.
The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now.
Like, I kind of found E10 harder to reclear than 12. For that reason. So you can make one mistake, it's like, how the hell do you recover from here?
Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly. Very deadly.
And then like my melee's on to keep up time while
Pounces
my
as a
tanks.
horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories.
My tank's on to keep up time during the towers on P10. The line tower things. And then that caused a couple of memes.
The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castir. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castir. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words!
As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
You ever learn Black Mage? Yes. I did.
The
Depends.
dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
Depends on the depends reopener. Where you are in the fight. Is there 2 minutes coming up again? Was there downtime? Well, I'm assuming there is downtime since you're opener.
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San.
It really depends. Like before boss can come back, you can do Thunder. Because more than likely it's still gonna be a third GCD for a burst window again. Right, so you have a couple filler GCDs you can toss in. To do Thunder, you could toss a Xeno, so you're not overcapped. Since you're more than likely to be overcapped during downtime, depending how long that downtime is. And you go into fire phase as soon as well, a GCD before a burst window comes out, you should already be in fire phase. And that way you're still tossing fire 4s during buff windows.
During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight.
Most don't have downtime. No. That becomes a... Well, I guess it's changing now, but... What you used to have to do is that becomes a proc management. Sometimes you don't use triple cast twice an opener. Maybe you have to move before a minute, right? Maybe 45 seconds in a fight you have to move. But if you use both triple cast and opener, then you're now dropping GCDs. It's a bigger loss than using triple cast during buffs. Becomes a lot of fight knowledge, to be honest, and then pre-planning where you want to use your procs and how you want to use your procs and where you need to use it for movement. Can you get someone to be your leg so you can AM to them? There's a lot of ways you could do it. But it's a lot of fight knowledge, to be honest with you. As well as a lot of casters.
Until the next Sahan-san. Which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Kestir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You seek Kien, yes? I know where he may be.
It's okay. The job's changing. 7.0. So whatever I'm saying now is irrelevant anyway. Job's changing fundamentally. What it's gonna change into, I'm not quite sure. I've read about it, but it's like... I'll have to see it. Comes out. Long ago, my grandmother had received a vision from the gods. Made me go forth into the southern mountain. It was there that I found Hien. Near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Doman sets much store by honor and shame, but at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see our map for a moment. Here, he has grown fond of this place. Affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our Lord. Let me go and accept these quests. Hello, traveler. As it happens, some of the local Kestiri merchants have been dealing with a problem involving your kind of late. Reunion is run by the Kestir. It will not do you any favors to displease them. Their tribe is famed for its dislike of speech. They believe that all words are merely lies. The Kestiri way is to show your intentions through your action. Nothing else should suffice for them. And yet a merchant from far-off lands has recently appeared in Reunion, trying to force the Kestir to trade by using the very words they despise. Ignorance is no excuse. I've seen others attempt to explain the local customs to them. However, it matters not what anyone says if you will not listen. I'd appreciate it if you were to take responsibility for this buffoon. No doubt he is still in the Khan's tent, harping on. I don't suppose you'd fancy taking part in this conversation anytime soon, would you? If I've done something to displease you, you need only tell me. But just who would you happen to be? If you're here to trade, then you'll have to wait your turn, alright, first. What's that? You're not a merchant. Well, are you aware of the funny customs these Castir have? Friendly words aren't much use. Only actions will do. I was told as much by members of the other Auri tribes, but I cannot bring myself to believe it. How can one run a market if they refuse to speak? Regardless, it does not appear that I stand to gain much from continuing to rely on speech. If even a fellow outsider such as yourself is telling me to follow the Castiri customs, I suppose it's high time I acquiesced. Now that I think about it, if you're not a competitor, would you perhaps be interested in working with me? Seek me out if you'd like to hear more. No, I just want the Aether quest, man. I just want the Aether quest. Give me my currents. It's been an eternity since I had a chance to talk with a fellow traveler. The name's Gascot. I belong to the East Elder Native Training Company, and I've been stationed in the Far East for a while now. I used to work at our Kugane office until a short while ago. Word has it won't be long until Doma fully escapes the Empire's grasp. Very few merchants are going to pass up such a good opportunity to trade with a newly independent nation. I've always been a pioneer myself and decided that I would make certain I was the first to explore this new potential trade partner. I brought bags full of foreign goods to impress the locals with. Yet despite this, I am unable to convince them to even talk to me. Never mind, take a look at my wares. If only they knew what harrowing obstacles I have overcome just to be here. Countless levies paid to pirates, daring escapes from fearful bandits and beasts, go on forever. And what is my reward? The icy stare of a Kastiri woman. Until today, I had never met a lady that I thought to be anything but a charming gent. As it seems, I alone am not up to this task. I wish to ask for your aid, knowledgeable adventurer. If you help me convince them to trade, I promise you untold discounts on everything I have for sale. No need to be so alarmed, friend. I merely wish for you to help me learn about Kastiri customs. I will not dream of asking you to threaten them or force you to help me with my work. Their culture is unlike anything I've encountered thus far. If I'm to get anywhere, I must study all of the customs and deities that govern their day-to-day lives. Only then do I stand a chance of convincing them to trade. This information shall doubtlessly be equal value to you on your travels. Why, if I weren't such a humble man, I will demand you to show your gratitude for giving us this opportunity. Yeah. Let's suffer. Oh, that's not a Aether current quest. I'm here for Aether quest. I want to fly.
The Kami are merciful! My Lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, my blade or my head, which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You giddy! Go Setsu! And,
The scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Cyrena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home. I have made my decision. You, Giddy. I bid you return to Yansha and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of a Zayla army.
You mean to participate in the Narden?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. 'Twould be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Narden and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing them all in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, you giddy. But take heart, I shall keep him safe, and should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Hikaru Akari, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds. Oma. For 25 years did my father rule in name. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan. And after we take the battlefield together, we'll be victorious. But you are a practical woman, I can tell. Disinclined to trust in words when actions speak true. So you two have heard of the Nodam. Great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with them. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in a Nodam. A lack of precedent notwithstanding, I should think we would have good standing to bid them march us to Doma. Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what's told me. You see, in accordance with the gods' wishes, our people shall participate in the coming Nodam. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head north to the Mol Ilo, where Serena and her people have made camp. They change camp every season? Like a lot of work. That sounds like an awful lot of work. Changing your base of location there. You're all settled in your little tent and snugged up. Hey, time to move. I'll be living with only one furniture if that happens. Can't even furnish your room. They're changing it every 4 months. My friends, I give you Mol Ilo, the Khatan of the tribe Emulun. Emulun resides in the largest Europe. We should go and make our introduction. Need easier names. Struggling here. At last the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Serena, I am returned.
Oh. Apparently the K is silent.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Ian. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us?
Autoplay. I need to talk, I'm just gonna stop it. I wanna snug in my
gods know you,
blankets.
Child, as do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
What?
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe.
How the heck am I supposed to ever pronounce those without hearing them beforehand? The spelling does not... that does not help how you're supposed to pronounce these things. Those are... That's not fair. Not fair at all.
To that end, I wish to fight in the Nodam, as a warrior of the Mall. will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the mole is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Narden, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Cyrena. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
"'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hartun of the Mole, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardum. Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words. A singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory. Others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
Not wrong. For an adventure. Thank you all for coming, and for offering to fight with us, Otto. But I still fear our chances grim. I'm grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the mole, there's a trial you must have. Before we speak of such things, there's another more pressing matter. My friends, I must warn you. The path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey unto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardum in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his. It was written, must it be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength, body, and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicle. Therefore, warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. It does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment amidst our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? Might also give us a chance to learn more about your people. And well, if you insist, I'm sure the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak with Torpe? As for you three, you can come help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure Gulo Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the one to do this. If your people look to the gods for guidance, I understand. But on your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must earn their keep. Give over the entrails, Serena. It will bring you a bounty. A word of advice. Our quarry is wont to avoid the Zayla and their settlements, plus fond of flowing water. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game out of it, Haru? I have 6 bags of entrails, with which we may lure our Bulo Bulo. 3 for you, 3 for me. Whoever returns with a greater proportion shall be declared the winner. Then it is settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. They look the same. They want to be near water. Kinda seem far from water, no? Actually, genuinely don't. Full speed. I don't know if they even matter, to be honest. Maybe it does, but actually don't. don't think you could click on it to see if it's the right location. Something new. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let's see the fruit paper. Oh, it would seem that at the very least, you are the faster hunter. Speed is not everything. I, for my part, I slew 6 gulo. Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Hikaru, meat of 5 was all she could muster. Day is yours, my lord, but only by a touch. Oh ho, and there you have it. I'll try not to let it go to my head. I know better than to expect the hawk to show her talent on a whim. Nay, when the time comes, I expect you will prove yourself more than my... With that, our game is concluded. Let's return to the mole Ilo forthwith. Let's have Hikaru present our meat to Serena. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Zayla cuisine. Let not its appearance deceive you. It is quite hearty. Or not so, I thought they could have nursed me back to health. She has seen this late out then. You returned, Hikaru. How's your hunt? My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. This? Better. It'll be a little while before the meal is ready. If you at least wish to fill time, perhaps you could assist Dorbei. He has many responsibilities and will welcome your help. Nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies. Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome, I spoke with Lise. I bade her help with the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Take them in the south across the bridge. Or in the Dawn Throne. Probably. Can't really think of any other location in the southwest. Faith our currents. And we have to go there. Not many. Oh, Hikaru, are you here to help too? Closing ahead, heading home. Have a safe drive home. Great. I suppose Dorbei told you that the children are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? They'll need to be dried before they can burn it. You understand what we're here for, right? Only some people can be a bit squeamish about this stuff. Then again, you never mind getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck. Keep an eye out on the children while you're at it, eh? Gathering poop. Really a good idea to send the boys out there when the marbles around. I don't know if that's up. Not surely the aggro back. Well, have you found your share yet? Great, good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you're at it. Please, look how much dung we have. Wow, impressed. I thought we'd gather a lot. Well, looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbe will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbe. Now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near that forest. Dung works just as well as wood. I heard the mole move from place to place. That the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you. Hard? I don't understand why is it hard. It is better for the animals to move. To have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens come the rain, which nourish the soil. From the soil comes grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zayla. Ours is the soil, one. But you Westerners are like the Tomans. You live in the same place, in villages. And all villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Ian talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep. I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask about Doma, he just smiles and looks south. It reminds me of my mother when she waited for my father to return from a long journey. But Hien will not wait any longer, will he? Because she came for him. Take him back, because his nation is more. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place. A place and the people in it, and maybe the thing. But more than that, it's a history, the tradition, words, the stories we tell ourselves, and our truth. Everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us, no matter where we go. Whatever we become, that part remains. That link to our fathers and our fathers before them, and their fathers. It's not important to everyone, I suppose. That's fine. But it's important to Hien and to me. Some call the moles fools for listening to the elder gods. Way, our pride. Something like that. It's something precious that you and others, and that no one can ever take. We can talk more about it later. Time to go home. Doorbay is waiting. I'll save the children. Why not go and let Serena know how we got on? Korean drama viewer, thank you for the follow. Welcome back, Hikaru. Did you speak with Doorbay? Well, then you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I'll pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Hien and Gosetsu.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much. Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Ha! Ha!
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Nor you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret, would I have traded it for our people's amnesty had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before. The mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
Shun, was it?
Yes, yes. 'Tis a name my parents gave me as a child, but I should like to think I have long since outgrown it. But as you seem determined to bring it back into use, I believe a match is in order. If I win, you will be honor-bound to divulge one of your darkest secrets.
Well, my friends, I for one am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same. Then what better time than now to undertake our trial, and become full-fledged warriors of the mold. Now then, Cyrano, if you would tell us of the trial we must undertake, that we might participate in the Nadam. Ah yes, as I mentioned before, to be recognized as warriors of the steppe, one must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Bardam. He embarked on a great pilgrimage, eschewed cart and horse. He walked for many moms until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Bardam's Meadow. There at the altar, as he did, pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the Yule. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete. Fair enough. And where is this entrance to Bardam's Metal? This journey far, far to the west, beyond Akazo, where lie the bones of a great and woman. Beyond the ruins of Seol-An, hidden within the mountains is a narrow pass. Follow it and you will come to Bardam's Metal. Sounds to me like it'll be a trial just getting to the trial. More than you may know, on the eve of the Nadam, many strive to improve their fortunes, some by abducting and enslaving the warriors of the tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well. Ah, what grim expressions you wear, while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not like to fall en route to a mere rite of passage. Shall proceed with all due caution, yet let us not worry over much. We overcome this trial and the next, till we stand triumphant. That is all there is to it, no? With me, my friends, to the west, to Bardam's Metal. Wait, Hien. Oh dear, I knew I would forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yol will hearken to their call. Thanks. We'll try them out once we're finished the trial. Let's catch up to Hien and Gosetsu. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see the monument Serena talked about. Whoops. I don't see Hien or Gosetsu though. We should hurry. I think I double click sometimes. Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Serena did warn us about tribes that kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them. Go pick up this blue quest. I believe it is a Pickering quest. Don't suppose you have time to chase after a sheep, do you? My most cowardly one just ran off after hearing a nearby beast roar. She's so timid she's likely to run away if you try to approach her normally. Take this blowgun and these darts I have laced with a sedative. Once hit, she'll be out in an instant. You're not somewhere to her west. Luck. Goodness, that's far. Okay. Guess I'll go to this one first. Kinda awkward. Looks like 100% awkward. Either are really on the way. Man. Sleeping lamb. It looks so innocent while it sleeps. I don't know about that. Probably does look very cute. Probably. You managed to catch my sheep. Oh. I stuffed it in my pocket. Oh, thank you. You had me worried sick, you dearie. The shot means everything to me. It really does. I was just a lonely orphan with nowhere to call my own when the mole took me in. I said I would look after our sheep in an attempt to show my gratitude. My heart nearly stopped when this little one ran away. Sheep are the cornerstone of our tribe's way of life. I fear I will never be able to truly express my thanks to you, but no, I am grateful. Ah, there you are. As you can see, they left us with little choice. I gather you're forced to dispatch a few yourself. So it goes. A few less wars to face than Nadam, eh? Dale Ain is not much further. That said, I should be surprised if our would-be masters do not try to subdue us one final time. Like he's not wrong. Right, this must be the place that leads to Bardam's Medal. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial. Well, this is the first time for everything, no? Nothing left but to begin then. To complete this trial, we must first pass through Bardam's Medal, each tame a Yol. How precisely we are to do this, I am not sure, but since countless warriors before us have succeeded, I imagine we'll muddle through somehow. Enough talk. We have a Nadam to win. Who the heck is a healer here? We have 2 samurai, a monk, and a red mage. What? Okay. Okay, never mind. That makes more sense. I don't know how Gosetsu is a pink samurai, but you know what? I'm not gonna question it. He can be the tank samurai. Like, this is Final Fantasy XI. He can have that. I won't take that away from him. So weird seeing him imposing figure. Enmity is increased. So weird seeing Pink Samurai. And them having a stance. They made a stance for specific for Gosetsu. That is so weird. And he's acting Mataris as well. He has a samurai kit, but has enmity tied to him. Very interesting. Even know if I'm hitting all of them. I'm hitting them. I see them.
Enough!
Just taking those AoEs. They just stand still. On. Wow, not cheese. Be the next path. I can expect him to charge. Well, this one is the interesting one. You don't get the fight. Purely dodge mechanics. Why did he just run across the edge? Anyways. I did find that boss very, very cute, cool when first doing it. First boss that you have to do, no combat. Barely dodge mechanics. Like that. I found it cool concept. I've never seen anything like that before.
Enough!
I have you.
Ow. I completely forgot. Those things roll down. Oh, they don't even get affected by it. Cheating.
Enough! Enough!
Yeah, I keep getting fending stuff. And casting stuff, man. Once my embolden's up for them. I'm a red mage, I could res him. I don't want to? Oh, I was very upset if you leave after me. Okay. What's mana stack? Heck did I even get? That's a mana stack, 2 bounce gauge, binding. Oh, okay. I got for flare? No, flare. I realized I hit level 68 already. Well fought back there, Hikaru. Things got hairy at times, but I knew we'd manage. Alright, I still got those whistles Serena gave me. Here's yours. I suppose we had to give them a try like she said. Up there, look. I think that means we won them over. That one there is yours, right? The other one is mine. Oh. So that's that then. We're officially warriors of the steppe. Well, we've done what we came to do. Let's head back to Molilo. Also need to do my job quest.
That massive monstrosity was quite the surprise, was it not? Who knew that the steppe held such secrets? And with that, there is naught left to prevent us from taking part in the Nardum.
You! Yea, you who have walked Bardam's metal. Newborn warriors of the steppe. Our Khan demands an audience. You will come.
I remember those clothes. He's Oronir, isn't he? What should we do?
Ordinarily, I would politely decline, but this may be an opportunity to assess their strength. And we do have some time before the Nardum begins. If it all goes to plan, they will be fighting for us soon enough. What say you? Shall we go and greet our comrades-to-be?
If you insist.
Whatever happens, we shouldn't keep Cyrano and the others waiting. Let's be ready to make a swift exit, alright?
We accept your Khan's generous invitation. Lead the way.
Hello, Sushi. Oh, Marika Doncho. Oh, I got reminded of how much leveling we'll have to do. Ay, ay, ay. That I am not pumped for. Excited for a new expansion, but...
2 banners. So it's not just Oronir we're dealing with.
Gonna have to deal with a lot of leveling. A lot. Play one class.
Most radiant Brother Magni, we have brought the ones you seek.
Nothing. Even though that's what Passant wants me to do. Passant rather wants me to be
You
one trick.
conquered Bardam's metal.
As warriors of the Mole, aye. You are the Khan here, yes? Why have you summoned us? Mayhap to propose a joint endeavor?
Nay, Doman, we shall not speak as equals. Born of the sun are Oronir, and born of the earth are you. When I learned of trespassers, I bade my warriors take their measure, to flay them if they failed. But if by the grace of Azim they should survive their trials and emerge anointed, then bring them hither to pay tribute. Tribute, should it prove satisfactory, shall earn you the favor of the sun. His beloved shall bask in his radiance, and their supplications be duly considered.
So you want us to bow down and serve you? What if we don't feel like it?
The defiant will suffer in shadow. It would be an affront to the resplendent Azim himself to refuse this generous offer when by rights you should be condemned. But in lieu of tribute, swear fealty to the sun, Pledge to him your body and soul. Promise to serve him unto death, and you may know his glory. A generous offer granted to but few. Though perchance this is too merciful. It seems our brothers of the Buddha want you. The men only. Like the Borlak and women. Though you know them not either, I'm sure. No matter. All you need know is that you will serve one way or another.
That much does indeed seem plain. However, as we are but newborn warriors who know little of your customs, we struggle to conceive of ways in which we might be of service to the most gracious and illustrious son.
You make mock of us, Doman. Do not do so again. You will be given a task. It will be difficult. You will carry it out. When you have accepted this, you may ask me what it is.
Let's find our way out, man. Were I Buduga, I might take offense. But I know better than to dismiss a woman outright. You demonstrate boldness or recklessness, time will tell. The Nadam approaches, and the Orinir will reign supreme more. Such is the will of Father-ism. Yet only fools stake to triumph by the grace of gods alone. We are not fools. Your task will be aid us in our preparations. Batu will tell you the rest. Warriors of the Steppe. By the grace of our most radiant brother, you will not die this day, but instead be granted opportunity to contribute to our cause. Rejoice, for this is a great honor indeed. Serve well, and you will be rewarded. Question: you keep calling Magni your most radiant brother. You're not related or something, are you? All Orinir are descended of Father-ism. But if you mean to ask if our mothers are one and the same, the most radiant is the elder brother till we are younger. The strongest and most deserving of respect. No more interruptions. Your duty are as follows. You, the red woman, you will milk our beasts. To grow strong, one must be well fed, and we have great needs of hummus and cheese. Is that it? I mean, I'm not happy about all this, but I suppose I can go along for now. You, the one who lumbers as a mountain. An old warrior, I see. We have arms and armor in need of repair. Go and speak with our menders. I have no talent for delicate work. If that is your wish, then so be it. You, the insolent fool, as for you. This one carries the fire. The Buduga would take his measure. Seek my comrade outside tending to the stores. He will give you your task. You will know him by his cloth. Unlike they of the yellow, we are of the green. I, for one, would welcome the opportunity to learn more about the Buduga. and their ways. It would be an honor. Just speak of your task outside with me. Really just giving traditional mage outfits, huh? Went from like a poofy ass robe into like whatever this is. A wizard. Or probably here. I'll go check real quick. That was correct. South what? Far. Okay. I know where that is. Your name, foreigner. Ikarudan. You're to dive into Azim Kot below the Dawn Throne and gather sword grass from the lake bed. It's an invaluable ingredient to make medicine. 8 bundles will you bring. You will need to dive deep to obtain what you seek, but that shall pose no trouble for a true warrior, no? Some say that the dominion of the Dawn Father and the Dusk Mother does not extend beneath the water. But ours does. Indeed, the Ornor fear not above nor below. Speak to the guard to the sand. We shall speak again when you have finished. I was just gonna jump off, but okay. Yes, yes, I know who you are. You wish to go below. Well, I was just gonna jump off, but sure. We'll do this and save our ankles, I guess. I'm not talking. Alright. Where is... Okay, found that one. Where's the last one? Okay, cool. She returns, and with swordgrass in hand. That you would immerse yourself in the depths is a testament to your bravery. Well done. Lest you wonder, we will use it to prepare potions to induce paralysis in the Nadam. We must use every means at our disposal to slay our foes. He who inscribes his deeds upon the sacred ground shall be declared the victor. However, none may know this place until the Jarl have scattered the soil. It matters not. We shall be swift as stallions and fierce as Baras. The steppe will be ours once more. Your tribute is accepted. We will return to the most radiant and you may beg a boon. Might understand you have completed your tasks. I know not what yours was, but mine was surprisingly simple. They bade me carry various goods and sundries from storehouse to storehouse. Alas, it was difficult to learn much with all the Budugas swarming around me. He dove deep into the water to harvest swordgrass. I see, as well. Most radiant Predator Magni, we have given you tribute as demanded, where we begged leave to depart with our comrades, which you consent. We never intended to press you into our service, and tribute offered in good faith cannot be denied. To grant you naught in return will be front to Father Zim. However, the boon must be proportional to the supplications. What you ask far exceeds what you have earned. And if we must remain here, would you at least permit us to learn more of your people and your ways? And Mulon Atun taught me but a fraction, you see. But this world born of the gods was to be their battlefield, their creations to fight in their stead. Awazim, father of the dawn, he who birthed the sun, and Nama, mother of the dusk, she who birthed the moon, made Ra. Yet though these children warred for a time, eventually they laid down their arms, aimed to love one another. And so the gods bequeathed this world to their children, and ascended to the heavens whence they came. Those born of the Dawn Father were called the Rain, and those born of the Dusk Mother were called the Zela. That was and ever after. But I say to you, brother Magni, how can this be? How can Oronir be the children of Azim, if they are Zela born of Nama? You amuse me, Dolman. How you wield ignorance as a weapon. Very well, I bid you speak with our elders and learn the truth of this world. Like a weapon. I know what you're thinking, and yes, I could probably convince him to let us go had I handled that differently. But then we would have learned naught for our troubles. There's one thing I know, is that men of faith yearn to share it with others. And in learning more of their beliefs, we may learn more of other things. Things which may prove useful in another. When I was carrying out my tasks, I met an elder, storyteller, named Udutai. Mayhap he can be our teacher. No, I still don't know how people find me. Are they like mentors in the novice network and just look for people who's in or not in FC? Anyway, don't know. I can spare no time for you. Other troubles demand attention. What troubles, what ill fortune has befallen you? Not me, but my lambs. Some few wandered far and have yet to return. Mayhap they will return to their mothers in time. Mayhap they will not. Mayhap you can help. We must, then we must. Let's be about it, Tikar. Their legs are so tiny. Look at them. Those tiny ass legs. I'm gonna carry it. So tiny. I never bought a checker door center. I don't remember though. Where is... Hello, little sheep. Oh, found them all. Greetings. I trust all our little explorers are safely accounted for. That they are. My thanks to you, Doman. Now, you had questions for me. I would know more of Orinir, their creation and barbarism. As you wish. Come, let us sit. Before we begin, tell me, what do you know of the Aura and how they came? The rain were born of Dawn of Father. They love dusk. Yes, a common tale and one believed by many tribes. But what it does not mention is this. Nazim and Nama were lovers. Oh, they fought in the beginning, as did their creations. That much is true. But when they saw how the Zayla and the Rain rose above their hatreds, and joined hands in harmony, hearts stirred. The love of their children shared became theirs as well. Alas, he was of the sun and she was of the moon. Apart they must remain, lest day and night is to be, and with them all creation. With sadness in their hearts, they returned to the heavens. He to the day, she destined to walk before and after, never to meet. As time passed, Azim's yearning for his beloved grew deeper still. Was there truly naught that could be done? He wondered. At last he knew. If the father cannot be with the mother, then he shall go amongst her children, now and ever after. So it was that Azim took a fragment of his being, and with it fashioned an avatar, clad in scale of midnight. He descended and sought out the Zayla. Yeah, and he was the first Ornir. We are of his flesh and his blood. We are the children of Azim, and it is our duty to watch over and keep the Zayla safe. I confess, I did not expect the tale of your people's beginning to be quite so romantic. Yet I must ask, if it is your duty to defend the Zayla, how can you go to war with them in a Nadam? Is that not a contradiction? If a father disciplines his child, does that mean there is no love in his heart? Zayla are not wont to heal. They must be made to. Only then will they heed reason. I see. Such is the way of the steppe. Thank you, Elder, for sharing with us your wisdom. Eager to depart. There you go, you do well to hear the end of my tale. When Nama looked down and saw the avatar Azim, she knew him at once and shed tears of love and longing. When they struck the earth, they rose anew. The counterpart to the Ornir, their fates entwined. So you see, for every son of Azim is a daughter of Nama, for whom he must search now. Mayhap I am being overly optimistic, but I sense that these Ornir may prove loyal allies at Doma under the right circumstances. Their arrogance is rooted in the belief that they must act as caretakers of all Zayla. Therefore, if we can prove to them that we come as kindred spirits, seeking to defeat a common foe. But mayhap this discussion for after we come. Let's return to Mac. You shine with the light of newfound wisdom. Could it be that you have finally have at last accepted the supremacy of the sun? No matter, you have each completed your tasks and proven yourself deserving of mercy. However, if it is freedom you desire, then there is one more thing you must do. A pity you will not pledge yourselves to the sun. You might have proved useful in the coming Nadam. Nevertheless, I will permit you to return fight for the mole. Their cause is futile without your assistance. However, you must first complete a final task, as was my decree. You will reconnoiter the encampment of the Dofdol. For this task, you two will go and two will remain. Should the two who embark upon this expedition choose to flee or be captured or killed by the Dofdol, then the others will be taken as slaves and serve the sun until death. You better not fail then, eh? The question is, who should we send? That is not for you to decide. All of you have conquered Bardam's metal and proven yourself warriors of the steppe. You should all be equally capable of carrying out this task, and therefore have no objections. Brother Magni, a word. The Budago require that a hostage be male, for if these ones fail, we can accept a woman as a slave. Therefore, we choose the Firewalker, the one they call Hin. So be it, I shall choose second. I doubt either of you are the moon I seek, but stranger tales have been told, and men are of no use. I don't know what this moon stuff is that he's going on about, but I don't like the sound of it at all. No, of course not. The woman I seek is of the dusk, a gentle, ethereal maid, a dancer in the morning mist. You are warriors of the steppe, fierce and brutal, conquerors of magic, stone, and steel, ethereal. You try ethereally chasing after lambs when your boots are full of lake water. Ah, how well your task befitted you both. But since I must choose, I choose you. You did well milking the sheep. They took a liking to you, I'm told. Bosetsu and Hikaru then. I'd hoped to see these undying ones for myself, but seems it was not meant to be. Thorka lies far to the south, where the grass turns to sand. Return with valuable knowledge and all will be free to rejoin the mole. Now go. Have no fear, my friend. We shall see them freed soon enough. Let us quit this place and speak of our plans outside. Speak of our plans outside. Should be an 8 quest. There. It's plain they hope we will never return. I should enjoy disappointing them. According to my map, there is a colossal wreck to the south, which should provide a vantage point from which to survey the whole Ka from afar. Let's go and do just that. Ah, a woman not of the steppe. How unusual. Word that at the time I would take you around and acquaint you with our small settlement. Alas, as the war nears only culinarian, time is rarely commodity. I must keep all 50 of our warriors fed. Thankfully, now that the meat has been cut and the entrails soaked, all that is left for me to do is... I'm out of sheep's milk. This is a disaster. If I leave to milk sheep now, I will fall behind on cooking, and starved masses are sure to lynch me upon their return. I am loath to have to ask this of you, especially since we are virtually strangers. Might you fetch me some milk? About 3 pills should suffice. On your side, the Kamit is Sorokon. You will need to receive her permission first to approach the sheep. His Sujin sent you, that he would ask an outsider of all people to do his work for him. The man has not a shred of common sense. Anyway, the sheep are just over there. Feel free to take as much milk as you need. And then we go south. FFXIV MSQ. Haha, you shut up in the nick of time. You have brought the sheep's milk, right? Bless you, my friend. From our food to our tea, we use this milk for nearly everything. That's why I must maintain a constant watch over my supplies. It is, however, something that has become increasingly difficult to do of late. The number of hungry mouths I must feed grows by the day, but I remain our own culinarian. Is Sujin bothering you? You need not pay him any heed. He is inconsequential to our tribe. The man is nearly 40, yet the only thing he can properly wield is the ladle. Hello, Terrell Angeline. Doing well, how are you? Kazuku is right. I'm feeble, the weakest among our brothers. Your come is no surprise that here, in a tribe where your standing hinges solely upon how strong you are, you afford a low respect. When everyone else is out hunting, I am left here to cook whatever they brought back. Version. While most ordinary will claim that our brothers under our most radiant brother, Magni, are equal, nothing could be further from the truth. But we should be stronger enough to prove to them that I am not worthless. Yeah. YouTuber model. Say, might you agree to help me with my cooking on occasion? To afford me time to train and earn my place among the other warriors. Aha! You certainly know how to brighten a man's day. Thank you, mistress. It's good to finally be able to put a name to your face. I didn't do the art myself, but yes, I did give the design idea. Andrea did the art. Does a very, very amazing job. Rigging was by Io. I had the credits down below. Yes. I merely gave Andrea a conceptual idea of what I wanted. Great job. No, thank you for the nice. We have to look out. Feel free to. Don't really need my permission for now. Feel free to do whatever. Over there, look. Those men are in danger. Bonsai! Bonsai! And thank you for the follow, Caroline. Appreciate it. Too late for one, perhaps, but there is yet the time to save the other. We cannot abandon him to his fate. Depends on what the something is, but... I mean, currently I'm not really looking for art. So, sorry. Right. Flare. Oh yeah, apologies. I'm not really looking for art currently. We'll have to decline your offer. I owe you my life. Nay, friend, think nothing of it. I but wish we could come soon. I knew at once he was dead. It will come as scant comfort, I fear, but I slew the beast responsible. Nay, that is no way for our fall to die. What is this? Who are these outsiders? I mean, I do have a Discord, but I don't really accept messages from it. Sadhu Hatun, forgive me. We are returning from our hunt, caught unaware by Manza Siri. These ones saved me, but Gesser is... Who are you? Why have you come? Not to cross the sands, that much is certain. I've heard tales of travelers in the tribe. Are you they? Who do you serve? Answer me. I may begin to answer your question before you ask more. We're friends of the mole. We are come to see the strength of the Dofala for ourselves. The mole. The little lambs who wander to and fro at the behest of the gods. What fools you are to share the soil of such weakling. Next you will tell me you wish to fight in Anada. And so you do. Ah, that is unexpected, yet not unwelcome. I am Sadhu, Hatun of the Thorthal. For your deeds I grant you leave to walk among us. Come, look on our glory and despair. We fear no tribe, least of all the mole. Though if you were of the Oranir, I would burn the flesh from your bones here. You can stand, yes? Peter corpse. Yes, Hatun. Well, I'm sorry that you're in a difficult time right now, but I can't really offer anything myself because I'm not really looking for anything. I do appreciate you offering and potentially looking, but I cannot really am interested when I'm not looking for it myself. I do apologize. So that is the leader of the Thorthal. Clearly not a woman to be crossed. But how callous she spoke of her dead. See to the corpse. Surely this word deserves better than that. Forgive me, Hikaru, but I cannot in good conscience ignore the callous disregard that woman showed for her kinsman. I must seek her out at once, with me. Look, I'm sorry, but I will have to decline.
How he died matters not. Gesser was a great warrior. He will return to us in time.
I don't even know.
Not
What?
soon enough, Hatun. The Nardum is nearly upon us. Mayhap we should counsel restraint until after.
I do not understand. If Gesser is dead, how should he return?
I'm Korean.
Silence! You come to spy on us, knowing naught of our ways.
We know you are fearless, and that you are called the Undying Ones.
That is true. None are braver than the Dothal, for we do not fear death. With death, a warrior must dance boldly, fearlessly, for thus does his soul burn bright. Then, in death, his soul shines white, exalted. The flesh rots, but the soul endures. And ere the seasons have turned, so he shall return. When he is glimpsed in the eyes of a newborn, he is blessed with the same name, that he may grow into a great warrior once more.
You mean to tell me these newborn babes and fallen warriors are one and the same? Madness!
I gave you leave to observe, not to insult our beliefs. Have care what you say. Otherwise, do as you will.
No, I kind of involve myself in those political stuff. Such contempt as was in their eyes, I have never known. But for the soul to live on, as they say, is not something I can so easily accept. They truly believe this, all of them. That in death there can be rebirth, retribution. In any event, we came here in search of information. We cannot leave without speaking with her people. I know you. Reunion. The travelers with the mole girl. I marked you after I left the Ornir. One's from Doma, others I cannot place. My name is Coco. Welcome to Dorthal Ka. Coco sounds to your ear the name of a woman. Well, of course, that would be because it is. I died a woman and was reborn a man. Is of no moment. The soul is the soul, flesh is the flesh. Perhaps you scoff. Many would. Many look only to the name and the flesh, and let these things dictate their perceptions. Consider Sadhu Hatun. 3 times before she died a man. Yet she returns as a woman the 4th. Yet she is no less fierce. Any outsider foolish enough to think so will learn the truth, their peril. The cycle of death and rebirth is simply that. Take me. I died in battle with the Hotsko. Fiercely did I fight until I returned. Alas, we know naught of our past lives. I must learn what it means to be who we are again and again. It's difficult to remember everything, but important. Impressive, is it not? Was slain by my boy. We were childhood friends, before he fell and returned. A master of the bow. It's good to see that he retains his skill. Ah, Hikaru. You've completed your inquiries. It is as she said. They believe with every fiber of their being that their bravest warriors will be reborn. Hello, Amy. And welcome, Holmes. That's fine. I usually watch YouTube shorts on my PC. When on my phone, I don't know what I do on my phone, to be honest. I don't really use my phone on my bed much. As for me, I observed some of their warriors at practice. They are as formidable as the Orinir, perhaps more, and their weapons are their equals as well. I can see something. Oh, okay. I got my for the next 2 weeks. Okay. Yet while they do not lack in skill and resources, it is plain to see that their numbers are inferior. This has been an educational experience, to say the least. Yet everything we have learned is common knowledge to people of the steppe. It will not be enough to earn our comrades their freedoms. Not to less than the Dorthal's plan for the Nodum will suffice, I fear. Well, I have never been one for skulking about. I will go to Sadu and see what secrets I can prize from her lips. One of these quests are dark. Here. One of the yellow ones. It's not often we have travelers in Dothar Ka. There is something I would ask of you, if you have the time. My name is Mossy of the 7 and 7 Swords. I'm a reincarnation of a master swordsman. They say he was so fast with a sword, it was as if he wielded 7 blades. Indeed, he was well respected. However, I struggle to believe I am he. No matter how much I practice, my swordsmanship improves not. I would like you to ask around the village. Find out if I am truly who they say. If there is a secret concerning my previous life, they will not tell me, no matter how much I ask. How Guild Wars go today? Terrible for me. The only battle I won was against a fort. And after that, I did 2 towers, but I lost both of them. But this guild's ranked 101, and I'm just like, oh, well. I fear I'm getting gear gapped right now. What he's saying, of course his name is correct. He may be clumsy with a blade at the moment, but he will improve in time. I hear that the previous Mossy also struggled when he first picked up a sword. All he needs to do is train. Okay, I don't know if our guild can really win this one. No one's a bit high. You do not believe Mossy to be the reincarnation of a swordsman. Nonsense. There are no other Tortol born the year Mossy passed. Previous Mossy of the 7 and 7 Swords was a true warrior. His swordsmanship was unmatched. I cannot believe he would not be incarnated. He would not be reincarnated. Crazy. I don't know how I won against a fort, but I didn't win against towers. Well, I lost too many key units to attack the other forts. I felt it was better just for me to attack towers. That Mossy, he always happens to run off somewhere when I try to help him with his training. He does his name a disservice. I don't know how I did that. We're able to learn aught. I see. I am exactly as they say. My thanks for your help. You look like you could hold your own in battle. Why'd you grow so strong? You were strong during my adventures. Yes, I suppose I am lacking experience. I cannot leave the village, but I can learn from you. I ask you to teach me. I can think of no better way to make myself stronger. You need not answer right away. Thank you for the data current. Like, if we win this guild war, it's really not just me. It'll be my guild mates that carry me. The spies return, and have they learned naught? Mayhap so, but no longer. Though you hide it well, I know you devised some manner of cunning stratagem for the Nadam. Out with it, I say. We are what you see, Dolmen. We are Dothal. Others rely on tricks and traps, subterfuge, lies. We have need of naught but our own strength. We meet the enemy in battle and kill him. That is why I cared not what you did from the first. There is naught for you to learn. Tell your masters to meet us on the field and make ready to ride with their ancestors. Your confidence is plain, as is your strength. Yet you are not the most prosperous of tribes. The mole you mock are few, but so too are you. Why? Though a glorious death is to be celebrated, it is yet death. While we kill many, many are killed in turn. In the wake of our battles, the soil drinks deep of the blood of the fallen, their bodies piled high. Not all are born again, only the bravest. Yet one cannot return unless there is a vessel to inherit the soul. And if warriors die ere they birth children, that is that. Even a brave warrior who finds a vessel will, for many years, remain a shadow of his former self. It falls to his elders to endure until he is ready to accept his responsibilities. Ever will we meet our enemies in battle without fear. Such is our way, even when our numbers dwindle. If we die, so be it. But know that we fight to live, not to die. Both all train and make ready for the day. They do not rush to meet it, not until we have done our duty. Sadu Hatun. Gesser's body has been given to the sands. Then our part is done. Restward. The Nadam draws near and will need your strength. If you tend to fight in the Nadam, to return to the mole ready. We'll know that next we meet, you and yours will die. Or you could fight for us and live. Think on it, travelers. We shall, but if you will permit me a final question ere we part. Where is this place that Gesser has been laid to rest? Though I knew him not, I was there at his end. I wish to say a few words. Rights for the flesh. I have heard of this. Madness, I say, for his body is of the earth now. He will not hear you. You may speak to the sands if that is your will. They lie to the west. Make haste, for the Geddon may already have caught the scent. My apologies, Hikaru. This will take but a moment. I mean, we follow suit anyway. Well, all that's left is from quest.
Left for the vultures. It seems an insult to the man. But the soul lives on, they say. These bodies, no more than empty husks, returning to the earth. Seen through those eyes, I suppose the sight is almost comforting. Pardon me? When first I heard the tales, I could not help but scoff. Another queer tribe, I thought, with still queerer customs. Yet having borne witness to their rites, I cannot deny there is a certain logic to it all. A samurai will die for his lord without hesitation or regret. But this is not because he delights in such sacrifice. It is because he has faith that his death will serve a higher purpose. There is an awakening in that instant, when the heart sings and the blood burns, and his soul finds peace. There is comfort in that. Nay, we dare not permit ourselves that luxury, my friend, tempting though it may be. Not while our loved ones yet remain in chains.
Okay, after this, I'll have to end. I can go prepare for work. Dinner. Well then, we must be on our way. Even kisser. Let's return to the Dawn Throne and pray that our tale is enough to satisfy our most radiant taskmaster. We'll accept it, go to the Dawn Throne. Oh, or I guess teleport us. Meanwhile, deep within the Dawn Throne.
Well, if there is a way out, I can't see it. Shame we didn't learn much before they locked us up.
'Tis little wonder the Orinir won the last Nardum. These people leave naught to chance.
Hien, I've had something on my mind for a while. And now... In Alamigo, where I was born, I found it strange that for all the people who supported the resistance, there were just as many who didn't. But then we came to this part of the world and met with the Confederacy and lots of ordinary Domans, and almost every single one of them seemed content to just put up with things, no matter how bad they got. They all had their reasons, of course, and it's not like I don't understand them, but the thought of it made me so angry. After everything they'd been through, everything the Empire had done to them, how could they not rise up? How could they not fight back?
People are pragmatic creatures at heart. They hold on to hope only until they taste true hardship. Then comes fear and regret. Safer not to dream, they concluded last. For even should a day go by without some new disappointment, the next will only bring more of the same. And so they choose the more sensible option. They learn to abide the indignities and injustices, the pain and the shame, to accept them as normal. Such is the lot of most men. One cannot expect to spur them to action at a moment's notice. But if one who has known their pain can convince them to strive for something greater and rekindle the fire in their hearts, then they will remember what they have lost, and they will rise.
I had someone like that once. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be, and he risked his life to show me the way.
Then honor him by doing the same for others with all your might and main. You know, when my homeland fell 25 years past, I was still in my mother's womb. Never have I known a free Doma. But my father did. As did many of my fallen comrades, as do many of my people now. It may be no more than a dream to me, but if I do not chase it, then who will?
The way you carry it all, you're just the same.
As you?
Oh, no, not me. Definitely not me. I meant the warrior of light. Out there, somewhere. Doing what needs to be done. I won't have you put me to shame any longer. I'm going to seize the future I want, with my own two hands.
You're ready to depart, I trust. Good, then let us away. Alrighty. I teleport. That will be the end of it. Alrighty. Well, we're what? 66 now? We're getting there. We're past the midway point. And there's Stormblood. At least the base one. Anywho, I need to head off. I need to start preparing for work. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye-bye.